Yep. Hey, who's dialed in? Who's dialed in this Friday? We got a full slate up on SoBet. I got the free play up already in my most recent video, and we're ready to feast. It's that simple, baby. Let's go. Let's have a day. Yeah, double A. Let's go. Love it, Jesse. Love it, Jesse. We've been feasting. What did I say? 9 out of the last 10 days on SoBet have been winners. 9 out of the last 10 days. We had our longest win streak, 6 in a row. They took one for us, and then we took 3 in a row, and today we're going for 4. Come on, run it up. All right, I posted my most recent early play, Manny. The most recent video is going to be the Cubs money line. Keep it simple. -124. -124 if you get it on the good line, which when I send out the plays on SoBet, right? When I send out the plays on SoBet, it's always with the book where you get the best value attached. So that's why it's good to get them right away, lock them in as soon as they're sent out so you get that value. Because if you're getting the right value, that's going to add up massively over time. Um yeah, the start of the Astros game got a little scary, then they fell apart quick. Let's go talk to Macwell. What am I saying on Cubs, Pirates, Jays? I like Cubs. That's the most recent play I posted. We're going to start looking at these other games in a moment here. And if you're on the Twitter, Twitch, anything like that, I think the Twitch we might still have the black thing. So I'm a change that shortly. But I'm about to pull up MLB.com. We're gonna look at some stats while we do this. We're gonna do this like professionals today. I'm gonna be a real I'm gonna be a real professional capper today for you guys. And you better respect it. You better appreciate it. Cubs money line, the over 7.5. I don't love the over because Wisniewski's been really good for the Cubs. I could see them shutting down the Brewers, whose bats have been pretty soft lately too. So that's another angle on it. We'll see. But I don't love the over. I think the best play is just taking the Cubs money line, riding on that, right on them. Top pick skating. All the plays are up on SoBet. We'll get into the slate a little bit more later if we run up the likes. We get to 15K likes in here and 50 follows, and I'll share the full SoBet slate. So we'll get into it. We just started. We got time, but if we get up 15K likes and 50 fresh follows, I'll share the whole SoBet slate. But the play I posted most recently is the Cubs money line. Appreciate it. That's one follow. 49 to go. Orioles money line. Orioles money line's okay. I don't love it. We'll get into that shortly. A's first 5. Talk about it. I appreciate the files, Abla. Nerfy Cubs. I don't love that spot. I think the Cubs could score easy. I really don't like the Brewers pitching. So for the Cubs game, I really only like the money line. There's okay on the other stuff, but I really only like the money line. I think that's going to be the best one. A lot of people ask about Orioles money line, Cards money line. We got a lot of questions in here. I'm gonna try to get to all these. We're gonna look at the games individually. So if I missed your questions just because we're going too fast, I don't want to spend too little time on each one. So we're gonna go by the different games. I'll get to you. Just ask again in a couple minutes if I miss it. 12 leg Nerfy parlay. Hey, why not throw 15 cents on it? Why not? Have a good time, huh? Phillies money line. Talk about that. Talk about that. Unit on the Cubs. I'm just going to talk Cubs for a second here before I know people are asking individual games. We're going to get at that in a second. See that NFL OBJ to Miami? I did not see that at 602. Appreciate you letting me know. I did not know about that. Boston money line. All right, time to get into the games. The Cubs is 1.24 units to win 1 unit. So if you're on the SoBet and you get my play sent to you, I show the sports book in parentheses next to it. That's the one where you're getting the most value on. That's crucially important. I can't emphasize that enough. Crucially important that you get the right value in every play. You use the right sports book in the right time. It's called closing line value. That's where you're getting the best value on a given play. It's the difference between you hitting a money line at -120 and hitting it at -130. And that drastically adds up. FanDuel at -122 now. Love to see it. So it seems like it's trending in the right direction. Yeah, OBJ pretty much washed, but yeah, appreciate the breaking news. Seattle money line, 0 runs first inning Cubs game. Don't love it. All right, we'll start getting these plays. Make sure to run the likes up and make sure to follow me, Tyler Hurley, with the follow. Appreciate it. Be like Tyler. 10 leg parlay or buy an 8 ball for the night. John, if you buy an 8 ball, you're definitely making a 10 leg parlay. I'm gonna say waste of money on both plays, if you will. TJ Vaughn, appreciate it. That's 3. Andrew, that's 4. Do you have a few Nerfies? We can get into that. I'll talk Nerfies first. So what I'm gonna do for the Nerfies is What I'm gonna do for the Nerfies is I'm gonna pull up Odds Jam. If you're on the Twitch or Twitter stream or anything like that where you can see my screen, you'll see it. But I'm gonna pull up Odds Jam. This is the tool I use to find the best value on things. It's for line shopping, it's for positive EV, it's for looking at the Nerfies, it's for arbitrage. That's what I use. If you want it, go to the profile and grab it. You can get like a 35% off discount using my code. It's just PD. But all right, I'm gonna bring up. Let me refresh this. Get to today's action. We're gonna go baseball, MLB, and we are going to get what's a Nerfy? Nerfy is no run first inning. Hoobla, appreciate the follow. Philly Nerfy, we're talking about Cubs. Yeah, we love Cubs in this spot. This is gonna be one of my favorite. This is gonna be one of my favorite spots. Is Lex saying appreciate the follow. It's gonna be the Cubs money line. You got it minus 124. Someone's saying it's minus Someone's saying it's up to minus 122 on FanDuel right now. We can check that. But yeah, we're going to look at some Nerfies. People are looking at for some fun. Brad, too, appreciate the file. And then if you want the plays, all the plays go up on SoBet every single day with the analysis, with the value getting out, with the unit size, with the book where you're going to get the best value. DK at minus 118. Now, hey, we're trending in the right direction. Why am I on Cubs? Wisniewski, underrated pitcher. And the Brewers guy has been trash. He's got a 1.68 whip so far this season, Ross. And I prefer the Cubs bullpen. And the Brewers hitting has really been going downhill lately, and they're still overvalued. Cubs, Cards, Royals, Cleveland, and Philly. I hope those are straights and not a parlay. I do not like that many legs. So yeah, Joseph Andrew Ross, not impressing me. All right. Boston Nerfies well. Weather's dreary. Yerfy Cubs Brewers. We're at 10 follows, by the way. 40 away from getting the full SoBet slate just shared with you for free. We appreciate it. Run those up. Boston Twins, Nerfy, Astros, Mariners, a lot of that. Jack Spade, appreciate the follow. All right, so looking at these right now. First, we got best odds up here. For those following along on the Twitter stream or anything like that, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. I've got the Odds Jam slate up or Odds Jam board up. So it looks like the best value you're going to get is Colorado Pittsburgh. Is that one in? Is that one in Coors? Because we don't like doing that in Coors because the ball gets out there so easily. No, it's at PNC Park. Interesting. Minus 105, and that might be decent value. Cubs first five, we like. I prefer the full game money line, but we like Cubs first five. All right, so minus 105 on that. Or yeah, minus 105 on the Nerfy in that. Baltimore Cincinnati minus 105 on the Nerfy. That's not terrible. Um, yeah, I prefer the under in that game. Jack Weiss, appreciate the follow. So they don't hit well against righties. The Orioles don't hit well against righties. Hunter Green's been pretty nice. He throws hard. I think Reds is a decent spot, but they're not hitting great. I think the better play, first five under 4.5, is going to be decent value. I know that seems light for an Orioles game, but it's crazy. They just don't hit well against righties and they mash against lefties. That's been their story this whole season. We've got enough of a sample size now to say that that's like pretty decent. Uh, Brandon, appreciate the follow. Most confident over under is probably going to be that first five under 4.5 in the Orioles game. Yeah, Colin, I like it. Guys are hopping on college lax game. Interesting. If someone's got reads on that, yes, Jack. De La Cruz going to light up Orioles. Did you see De La Cruz threw a ball across the diamond? He threw it 106.9 miles an hour across the diamond. What's crazy is we had the under in that game, and he almost blew the under because that would have ended the game, but it was an error, kept the game alive, and put the game that would have pushed the under, or the run that would have pushed the under on third base with that. Quiet Storm, appreciate the follow. We're at 12, 38 more. Every gets a free slate. But yeah, De La Cruz has been crazy. He really is like a five-tool player. We're talking plus tools. Literally best arm in the MLB. Best speed in the MLB. He was leading the MLB in home runs at one point. So you could say best. I'm not gonna say best power, but appreciate all those follows. We're at 16 follows. Nate, Devon, Peter, Eric. Appreciate you guys. Run those up. 34 away, and I'll give the full slate up. But yeah, so he's got the best arm in the MLB, best speed in the MLB. He's got in the running for best power. So we're gonna say plus arm, plus power, plus speed, plus hitting for average. Donnie, appreciate the follow. And he's a plus fielder because of that speed. That's insane because of that speed and that arm. He's a shortstop. That is like we don't see that. Five tools that are all legitimate plus plus. Appreciate the gifts. You got me looking crazy, Rob. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate the files. We're at 18. Yeah, Elite 5 tool. That just doesn't happen. Even you think about like the biggest tooliest guys that have come up, like Bryce Harper. You'll give him plus power. You can give him plus hitting, I suppose. You can't go plus speed, but like the speed is maybe a tool. The fielding, not a tool, but the arm, you could call it a tool, like upper 90s. Compared to De La Cruz, he's hitting crazy power. His arm is like almost like 8 miles an hour better, way faster, and a way more athletic fielder. I mean, he's a shortstop compared to a catcher slash right fielder slash first base type. Rob running up the gifts. He's got to have that number one gifter badge immediately. So take Phillies, Blue Jays. All right, we're gonna talk. I know I'm behind on getting to some of these games, asking about it. If you're on the other streams, you'll see I have my full board up on the odds. I'm looking at all the odds. Just this is for closing line value. This is the most important thing. Long term bankroll management and getting closing line value. Cincinnati plus 1.5 looks decent. I really just like the under in that game more than anything. Hunter Green, nasty righty. Orioles don't hit righties well, which surprises people because they've been so good offensively, but they just don't hit righties. I've heard that actually. I don't see it with the Friday Beers guy, but I've heard that one a few times. I get a lot of really, really random you look likes and nothing to do with people don't look like each other at all. Anything on the Brewers game? We like Cubs money line, just straight up Cubs money line. It looks like you can get it at minus 120 on some books now. I think we got it at minus 124, but it's shifting in the right direction. So it might be worth giving it, another 30 minutes. But if you can get it at minus 120 or better, I just lock that in and not wait for the line to shift anymore. All right, so we're gonna back to the Nerfies, and then I'm gonna get to these games. I know people are asking about different games, and we're gonna get to all of them. Just give it a second. I can't answer everything at once. If you miss it, run it back. But we're going to look at some of the Nerfies real quick. So the Baltimore Cincinnati one at minus 105. I'm going to say I don't love it because those are pretty heavy top of the orders in both those spots. It is decent value, but I don't love it. San Francisco Philly with Nola on the mound, minus 125. Hicks is on the mound for the Giants. I wouldn't worry about the Giants scoring at all. Against Nola, I'm not worried about that. Minus 125 is okay value, but Philly obviously has guys who can leave that yard. Hicks is like, okay. Okay. Think Gunner gets a hit. I don't like hitting props. There's way too many variables in hitting props. Guys getting walked, guys squaring balls up that get caught. You talk about RBI props. That's some of like the dumbest stuff you can do in MLB betting. Honestly, you get balls. You get guys that just don't have runners in scoring position. Mike Trout, perfect example. 13 bombs or 10 bombs, 13 RBIs. Like hitting props are just really low value almost always. We've only posted two this whole year, hit them both, just saying. But yeah, top three money line picks. We'll get to those, but I already shared Cubs money line. That's the best one today. Like I said, good value. The Brewers are overvalued. Wisniewski isn't getting Wisniewski isn't getting a proper evaluation because he's young, but he's been very strong so far this season. We're probably going to see more of the Cubs bullpen, but I don't mind that. Travion, I appreciate the follow. We're at 18. I need 32 more. 32 more to feed my family. Probably both the picks hit it. Yes, Jose, let's go. Hey, nobody hotter than Petey right now in MLB. Seriously, straight up. And if you come to these lives, you see the way we're breaking it down. The Nerfy, we'll come back to it, Johnny. I hope I'm not freezing for anyone else. But if you see the way we're breaking it down in the lives, you see all the tools we're using to find value, you see the analysis we're looking at each game, the way that we're actually watching pitchers, understand stuff, not just stats. You know why we're hottest in MLB. It's because nobody knows ball and knows betting more than Pickapeddy, just got to say. All right. Angels Cleveland, minus 114. It's Bybee on the bump. Okay, Bybee on the bump for the guards. Pretty nasty. And then Soriano for the Angels. He's been all over the place. He's capable of walking the ballpark, but it's against the guards. The guards have been pretty decent offensively lately. Um, I'd have to look at that Soriano matchup, but just at a first glance, I think that might be a decent nerf. Who do I think goes yard today? Again, if you're on the odds jam and you use the positive EV tool, that's how we got the Verling homer at plus 1,000. I think that's a valid way of doing it, sprinkling tiny fractions of units. But like, I'm not going to give you a home run prop. It's kind of silly just in general, unless you're like doing a deep dive on the positive EV. Drop down, give you 10, make it 50. All right, Boston, Minnesota. Minus 110 on Boston, Minnesota. That could be decent. I would support that Nerfy. We're not getting the best pitchers from either team, but these are still weaker hitting lineups and decent pitching. Someone asked about the Dodgers game. We'll get to that in a second. And then San Diego against Arizona. Cease on the mound for San Diego. You're getting plus 100 on the under. That is decent value. I think that is a better than 50% chance of hitting. I know Cease has the capability of walking a bunch of guys early, and we don't love Sassoni, but the Padres' offense has not been great, and the Diamondbacks' offense has been overvalued so far this season. Cubs' first five is decent. Yeah, I got official. If you go to my profile, you hit the link. Top play or top link is going to be so, but you get all my action sent to you every day. Unit size, write up, analysis. I show you the book I have it on and the price I'm getting it on the book. That's the best way to get all my action. We talk about games in general. I give you my leans, my thoughts, whatever. We hang out here every afternoon. But if you just want my analysis and write up just sent to you every single day, that's a play. Now, Prize Picks isn't good value. We use all the different books. I use Odds Jam to look at all the different books collectively, find the best line, and then I lock it in on that. But when I send out the plays on SoBet, I show the book that I have it on, so you get the best value on it. If you want that, that's the best way to get my action. Is just go to the profile, click the link. Top thing is SoBet, and you get all my plays just sent to you every single morning. You can lock them in the same way I do with the same action. I can tell you all the ways that I find value, all the ways that I determine the picks, how nice our record's been. Online, appreciate the follow. I can tell you all that, and I can show you the tools I use and the way I do analysis, and you can learn it over time. Or you can just spend $10 and I just send you the play straight up. I'm just saying. Love you too, Jam fam. So anyway, to recap on the Nerfies, again, just at a glance, none of our plays today are Nerfies, but just at a glance, I think there's decent value on the San Diego one. I think there's decent value on the Boston, Minnesota one. I think there's decent value on the Angels, Cleveland one. Detroit and the Yankees. I think that one as well. Stroman on the mound and Olson. Olson's pretty underrated. Yankees need to start hitting. They got guys who leave the yard, so it's always a little bit scary. But those are probably somewhere in the four. Danny. Hell yeah. Orioles team total game or game total for the under? Game first five under 4.5. So I put three plays out and three props. Yesterday there were only 6 games on the slate, so we only did 3 total plays. But pretty much every day it's 6 plays. I think a reasonable amount on a given day is going to be 4 to 6. Um, Earls, which one? What you ask? Earls picks. I must have missed your prior comment. Alex, good to see you, bro. Appreciate you. So again, we're gonna start looking at some money lines now. I'm switch over here again for people following along on the Twitter stream, Twitch stream, whatever. I've got the odds jam board up so I can show the breakdown on every single game as I'm looking at it. I can show the prices of the different books. We'll get into the positive EV tool for some long shots later if you guys want to do that as well. But yeah, that's one of the ways we're gonna break down value here. I'm gonna get into some plays. Cubs first inning. That's just a tough one. I mean, I like it. I'm staying away from any first inning action. You're saying Orioles money line, Tigers, Yanks under 8, Astros, Mariners first half under 4.5. I don't like the Orioles play. Tigers, Yanks under 8 is decent. Mariners first five under 4. I would probably say of those three, Tigers, Yanks under 8 is probably going to be my favorite. I don't love any of those. I'm just being honest, but that's probably going to be my favorite of those. All right. So we covered the Nerfy leans. Anyone has follow up questions, let me know. If you want all the plays, just go to my profile, click the link. So bet you get all my plays sent to you every single day. You get my action, you get everyone else's action on there. You get main plays, you get props, you get live sweats, recaps, live chat rooms, all that. Ball flying in LA tonight. I hear that. But again, we can get into it. Brewers money line, don't like it. We're on Cubs. The Nerfies, again, these were just leans. I don't have any Nerfy plays up today, but the leans that I think carry decent value would be San Francisco Philly is okay. I think the Yankees Rays one is okay. Or sorry, Yankees Tigers one is okay. I think the Cleveland Angels one is okay. I think there's good value in the Arizona one. In Boston, Minnesota might be decent. Those are just general thoughts. What are the odds I sweep on Sobet? I mean, realistically, we're hitting 60% of the plays. So to go 3-0 on 60% when we're hitting at 60% would be 0.6 to the third, right? So the odds of that are about 21%. Jade Sex, appreciate the follow. Appreciate the follow. We're at 24 here. Give me 26 more, and I'll just read the Sobat slate to all you. Official T, that's 25. Appreciate the follow. Tigers plus 1.5. I don't love it. I don't think they're going to hit Stroman. Stroman has been having a few like bad innings and a decent outing, but Tigers offense doesn't impress me. Stroman's nice. Peter, appreciate the follow. Jake, appreciate the follow. We're at 27. Keep running those up. Through the games for no home run. Um, I don't think there's great value in no home run. I get it. It's a fun one. We can look at the Angel and Armor. Appreciate the fouls. That's 29. Give me 21 more. Brewers money line is a no for me. I like Cubs in this spot. Yes, we are, Justin. Philly minus 1.5. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. We can think on that one. There might be value. But yeah, we're on the Cubs. And for the no home run plays, again, I don't love the long shots. The one thing I say when I'm looking at long shots is I'll go to Odds Jam, I'll go to the positive EV plays, and there's a lot of long shots, and they show the percentage of implied odds versus the payout percentage, and see where there's a gap and where you have value. Now that doesn't mean that the play is likely going to hit because these are long shots. We did hit a 10-1 with the Verling home run the other day. But if you do, they show you the appropriate amount to sprinkle on it too, like 3% of a unit, 10%, etc. I'll answer you, Higgs. Give me 1 second. And that's a good way to like you kind of sprinkle across the board and find value in the long term. Phillies minus 1/2 is plus 130 on Fanatics. So I'm gonna talk Phillies and then I'm gonna go over to the Guards game. Okay. I'll talk Phillies. I'll go over to the Guards game and then I'll get to the rest of them afterwards. So just keep repeating the comment if I missed it. But yeah, we're gonna talk the Phillies game right now. Phillies Giants. It's Nola against Hicks. Let's look at Hicks a little bit. I haven't seen him so far this year, but his numbers are nice. He's got a .91 WHIP, 27 Ks in 34 innings. Isn't crazy. It's decent at best. But I do like the WHIP we've seen from him so far. In terms of matchups against Philly, we have light history. Okay, Baum's 0 for 3, Castellanos 1 for 1, Harper's 0 for 1, Merrifield 1 for 2, Realmuto 0 for 3, Rojas 0 for 1. 0 for 1. So we don't have a lot. 0 for 1, 0 for 2. I don't love the way the Phillies have hit Hicks. It's a very small sample size. But Hicks has been nice. I don't know. I would rather lean under in this game because I think Nola delivers a gem. I think Giants can't hit. Hicks is pretty nice. He could handle the Phillies. So I would lean under in this game. You could go Phillies minus 1.5 and the under. 1 unit on both. You're getting plus money on Phillies. You're getting, minus 110 on the under. And then you're probably hitting the under unless Phillies score enough to cover the two. And then you can hit both, like kind of a hedge play. That's just my initial read, but I would lean under if anything in this game. Giants under for the first 5. Yeah, first 5 under is probably fine. I would do it at 4 better. Yeah, it's on the Discord official tee. It's on the SoBet. If you go to my profile, click the link. Top link is SoBet. There's just a full slate that goes out every single day. We've already got today's plays up. That's where it's at. Yeah. Green's on fire. I like the under for the first 5 in that game, Dubs. I like the under 4.5. I do like Green. I do like uh, the way that Orioles hit poorly against righties for this spot. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the Giants Phillies game. Now, I said I'd look at the Guardians under as well. This is against the Angels. A's, Phillies, D-backs, Stars. I haven't looked at the A's game. A lot of people saying A's. I don't know. So Cleveland has a collective 2 at-bats with 1 hit against Soriano. So there's no history there. Angels against Bybee. Damn. Look at this. The Angels as a whole against Bybee. They have 23 at bats, 2 hits. 2 for 23 as a whole. The collective at bats against Bybee. So he's dominated them. Soriano can blow up. The Angels bullpen can blow up. So I don't love taking an under in a game with the Angels, especially the Guardians have been pretty strong offensively. The Orioles are underdogs because Green is really nice as a pitcher, and the Orioles hit really poorly against righties. And Green throws hard; they don't do great against it. Let's get it. If you've still been fading, there's no way you have any money in your account at this point. Let's get it. I'm talking about the Guardians Angels game. So I do like the Guardians here. You could go Angels team total under if you got that at 3.5 or better. I'd take that maybe at 3. But I'm not going to say I'm not going to suggest that you take the team total or the full game under with the Guardians hitting against Soriano in that bullpen. That's my only issue with it. Take the over on the Brewers game. Any thoughts? I don't love it because I could see the Brewers getting shut down. I could see the Cubs going off on the other hand, so that's why I don't like the under either. But I just like Cubs money line. That's really the only play in that game that I like. Pirates, Cleveland, Yanks, Blue Jays. I like Cleveland. Yankees is okay. Blue Jays, let's look at it. We'll look at Blue Jays. And Pirates are a really tough team to take right now. I know the Rockies suck, but the Pirates are a tough team to really ride with. They've been really weak lately and inconsistent. We'll look at Mets Rays. Handpay, appreciate the follow. Give me 20 more follows and we'll read the full sell bet site. Joe Ross over under 4.5 Ks. I mean, he hasn't been great. It is the Cubs. They K a little more than average, but still. Thomas Willerich, appreciate the follow. Give me 19 more. Elijah, appreciate the follow. 18 more. Red Sox moneyline. Houkus him. I like the Nerfy in that game. Dano, appreciate the follow. 17 more. Dodgers moneyline. All right, we'll look at the Dodgers game. Look at the Dodgers game. Let me pull up OddsJam, see what price we're getting on that real quick. Come on. Where okay. Against we is this the first time Braves playing the Dodgers? This is interesting. Stone against Morton. Um I don't know how much I love this game as a whole. Standard, what up? Frankie, appreciate the follow. 16 more, 60 more follows, and you guys got yourself a full slate. Pancho, appreciate the follow. 14 more. Keep running up. And even if you don't, just do it anyway. Get the likes, hit the follows, etc. Um, yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun. I like when people are on the other streams as well, so I can show my work because I can't share a stream right here. We'll look at the Dodgers a little bit more. Blake, appreciate the follow, 13 more. But I love it on here. I love the questions, engaging, talking about the games. Sometimes as we're talking through, I'll see something that I didn't think about earlier and maybe add a bet or something like that. Benny, appreciate the follow. We need 12 more, and I'm sharing the full sell bet site. But keep running those up. Um, said under in the Cincinnati Baltimore game. Yeah, I said under in the Cincinnati Baltimore first 5 game. You know, Hunter Green really nice. The Orioles hitting really poorly against righties, hitting poorly against guys who throw hard. He's both of those things. The Reds' offense doesn't super impress me. It's really just Ellie De La Cruz carrying. Do I lean Dodgers? I do lean Dodgers, but let me look a little. Let me look at the pitching matchup a little more closely. Let me pull this up right now. Under on the Cubs game, wind blowing in. I mean, it's a light under. It's 7.5. But yeah, I really just like the Cubs money line more than anything. So let's see. We do actually have like a decent amount of data on this matchup. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the Dodgers matchup. Dodgers hitters have faced Morton a good amount. Nerfy of the day. I don't love any of them to be honest. I think there might be value in the Red Sox game one. Or the Yankees one. Rangers Day, we'll talk about that. Any place in the early game? Yeah, just Cubs money line straight up. That's a favorite one. Braves unders, yeah, Braves unders have been solid. Start Andy Pajes or Willier Abreu. Rockies plus 1.5. Yankees Rangers money line. Decent. Isaiah, appreciate the likes. A's Mylands Nerfy. You know the bad teams. It's tough because the pitching's bad too. But let me just talk about this. Let me talk about this Dodgers game, this Dodgers Braves game, real quick. And again, if you guys just want the plays, straight up, if you just want the plays that I have, the action for the full day, go to my profile, click the link. Top one is going to be SoBet. You just get that. All my plays get sent to you every single day. You don't just get mine on there. You get everyone's plays, everyone's action. You get a write up, you get analysis, you get unit size, you get the book that I've got it on with the best value, et cetera, et cetera. All right, now here's the Braves against Dodgers. Barnes 0 for 2. Betts 32 at bats. He's hitting 313. Freeman 10 for 20. He's 10 for 20 career against Morton. Okay. Hernandez is 1 for 5. Teoscar Hernandez is 3 for 9. Lux is 1 for 2. Muncie's 1 for 10. Otani's 1 for 7. And Outman's 0 for 2. Rojas, who might not be starting this game, is 6 for 25. Smith is 1 for 9. Taylor's 1 for 6. Those three aren't starting, it doesn't look like. But Betts and Freeman combined 52 at bats against Morton, and they're hitting 313 and 500. Okay? That should scare you. That should be concerning. That's enough of an at bat to be like, we've got this guy figured out a little bit. Yeah, most teams are facing him a lot. But my point is that doesn't bode well for the Braves. Now, in terms of the Braves matchups against Stone, it's very light. Acuna's 1 for 2. Albies 0 for 2. Arcia's 2 for 2. Duvall's 2 for 3. Harris is 0 for 2. Olson's 0 for 2. Ozuna's 0 for 1. Riley's 0 for 1. So or 0 for 0 with a walk. So one game where they did fine is what it looks like. I lean Dodgers just because of the matchup history here. This isn't like a 2 for 3 spot. We're talking 313 and 32 at bats. That's a big chunk. 10 for 20. That's a big chunk. 3 dingers, by the way. So Freeman owns him. Betts hitting 313 against a guy is just standard because that's Betts. But you know what I'm saying? That it doesn't bode well for Stone. I would lean Dodgers in this game. Not one of my plays, but I lean Dodgers in the spread. First 5 spread +5, plus 0.5. What are you getting on that? Luca, appreciate the follow. We need 12 more. Jack, appreciate the follow. We need 11 more. Be like Jack, be like Luca. To be honest, we got like 140 some people in here. You're not all following me. Like, that's crazy. I'm giving out so much value, so much analysis every single day. We're here live 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours every single weekday. Just giving it. Zozo, get that man. Short of a mill. Wesley, appreciate the follows. All of you. 8 more and we'll get the full slate out. But just keep running those up. There's no reason not to. You click a button. What could it possibly do? What possible negative could it bring to your life by following? Just saying. All upside. Rob Fulton, appreciate the follow. Give me 7 more. Jonathan, appreciate you already. Gratitude, like in the live. Appreciate all that. Nerfy and the Cubs, it's okay. Don't love it. Phillies money line is decent. Jack Whaley, appreciate the follow. Jamie Garcia, appreciate the follow. Give me 6 more and we'll get to the full slate. All positive. Married man said, "Yeah, I love it, Empire. Any first 5 I like? I like the under first 5 in the Orioles. Absolutely. Absolutely. Carolyn, Sergio, appreciate the files. And if people who are just like, uh, it's $10 a month, Carrie. It's $10 a month. You get access to the full app, though. It's not just my place, it's everyone's. You got picks, props, you got different sports. You can filter by sport. You can do live streams, all that. So $10 a month, 30 cents a day. We could charge way more for the plays, but like I like $10 so just anyone can do it. Because if you have any money to bet on sports, you got $10 a month, a Spotify subscription to do it effectively. Where you'll literally earn $10 just by getting the correct value on the games that you hit, let alone the fact that we're winning. 9 out of the last 10 days, we win. Are the odds for something close to Hard Rock? Can you say that again, Matt? I don't fully understand the way you're asking that question. Nerfy Red Sox. Nerfy Red Sox is decent. That's good value on it. I don't think it's like the most likely to hit of all of them, but it's the implied odds that are better. Under 9 Orioles versus Red. I like the first 5 under 4.5. I like the way you're thinking, but give me the first 5 under. Brewers over 7.5. Marlins first 5. We got Jordan Hicks under 15.5 outs. I don't know. Hicks is kind of nice. I know it's a tough matchup, but I don't love it. He's not walking and striking out enough. Just go to the profile. Dave Rickson, go to the profile, click the link, and the top one's going to be Sobat. It's right there. Yeah, super easy. And then shoot me a DM if you have any issues with it. We'll talk Jays. People have been asking about the Jays game. We'll talk about that. Just give me a moment. I'm going to pull that up. Yeah, fantasy FB Addict. Appreciate you. Appreciate you hopping on this stream just so I can share it. I'll show you, if you're still on there, I'll show you the odds jam screen we have up. That's kind of what we bounce between. I look at odds jam, I look at MLB.com. We'll look at Action Network too if we're trying to figure out where the money is, but that's more NBA playoffs, NFL spots. Because Fade the Public as a system doesn't have any value in MLB unless the public has shifted the line. So then it's not about fading the public, it's about seeing that the public shifted the line from what it should be and getting closing line value. I didn't take either one, but if I had to, I'd take Dodgers. Jason, the play that I shared already is going to be the Cubs money line. Smith, appreciate the follow. It's $10 a month, Brad. $10 a month, and you get access not just to mine, you get access to the full app. So go to the profile, click the link, top one, so bet you get the whole thing. Yeah, you can also do like a year-long subscription, a half year, and get a discounted version as well. But if you go just straight up month by month, and give yourself the option to cancel after a month, and then you'll win money and be like, oh, I'm definitely not canceling because we literally just cleaned up all month long. I'm telling you, last MLB season, we went up over 100 units. With people like, oh, that sounds insane. Yeah, that was over 6% ROI because we did over 1,200 units. We're doing like 6 plays every single day for 180 days. And then you add in playoffs, then you add in futures. Guardians under. Don't love Guardians in this spot. If you little bro me one more time, I won't be cool about it. I'm just kidding. I don't care. But I don't like the under in that game because the guards could go off. Soriano is volatile. The bullpen's bad. I definitely like the guards. You could even go guards -1.5, but I'm not going to take the under in that game. Win percentage weekly. This week we're up. We're 7-5 this week. It's 2-1, 3 2-1 days, and 1-1-2 day. ATH, appreciate the follow. Give me 5 more. Do you get the followers? We're 5 away from getting them. Under in the Nats game. We could talk about the Nats game in a second. Um, talk about the Nats game in a second, and there's one more. Smith Cal, appreciate the foul. Only one to miss, Sam. Yeah, but we hit the others. Frankly, appreciate the follow. Yeah, we went 2-1 yesterday. We went 2-1 yesterday. We went 2-1 the last 3 days. Um, yeah, like it went crazy. And we posted. We had one of the free plays pushed this week, and the rest have hit. Not your everyday IQ. Appreciate the follow, JJ. Appreciate the follow. Orioles first five under, Jason. Cubs Brewers under. Giants plus 150 sharp. Um, Not really. They're facing Nola. I don't think they can score against him. Yeah, we'll talk about the A's game. I do trust Nola. Angels under 1.5 first five. That's so light. I don't think they score, but it's so light. Yeah, underdogs losing the not sound. That's fact, Stubbs. Raise money line. We can look at that. I'm gonna get to this other one, and we get five more fouls. I'll just read off the full slate with everything. Do I read chat, Moises? That's what I'm working through right now. That's where we're on. And that's like all I do. I read the chat and I come back. When I'm doing analysis and I'm missing it for a bit, I come back. But Jake, appreciate the file. CD, appreciate the file. Sam, appreciate the file. Give me two more, baby. Puncher says five more. All right, yeah, make it five more. Sup, Raymond? How's it going? Montreal, appreciate the follow. One more, and I'm gonna start reading the slate. Uh, just give the full slate. And again, if you just want this every day, go to the profile, click the link. Top link, SoBet. Click that. You're on. You get all of it. Appreciate it, Sam. Justin Plongo, appreciate the follow. Yeah, they are double A. They really are. Magic or Cavs. I don't really like that game. I don't think there's value in that game just across the board, to be totally honest. Yeah, I could see Cavs covering. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even going to give a lean in that game. If you want any NBA lean, I could say Mavs game over, honestly. Mavs minus 7.5 is such a tough line because they're winning, but 7.5, it's tough. Yeah, D-Sign, it is. But anyway, I'm gonna start reading the SoBet slate because you guys earned it. But keep those likes coming, keep the follows coming while I do it. Show some love while I read off this slate for you. And again, if you just want this access to it every single day, it's under 30 cents to just get involved. Bryce, good to see you, bro. Follow Bryce DeGroat while you're at it. Great creator, especially with football season coming. Um, all right, let's talk about it. If you're on the other screen, you can just see the write up. It's just there for you. Oh, look at that. If you see in the screen, by the way, you see that little thermometer? That's because I'm on a 3-day win streak. And guess what I had before that 3-day win streak? I had a 6-day win streak. Then I only lost one day. We haven't lost back-to-back days in like 3 weeks. So we went 6-day win streak, lost one, then 3 weeks. Yes, John, we're crushing MLB. So give me the follows, give me the likes. Yeah, do it, Bryce. Give me the follows, give me the likes while I read these plays off. Show some love. Show some love because you know what? I would like to say I earned it. And if you're on the Twitter or the Twitch, you can see it. Sneed, appreciate the file. Stacy, appreciate the file. I'm from Buffalo initially, but I'm in New York now. All right. We already talked about this one, but I'm going to reiterate and keep those files coming while I'm doing it. Cubs, money line, minus 124, 1.24 units. We got this one on FanDuel. Because it was the best value here. Yeah, definitely. Joe Ross on Milwaukee. Some blow up games this season. 6 earned runs against New York and San Diego. He's got a 1-3 record. We don't care too much about that. 5.4 ERA. We don't care too much about that. 1.68 WHIP. We care about that. 12 walks in only 25 innings. What are you doing? You're walking someone every other inning, and because his WHIP is so high, that's not even the majority of his WHIP. He's giving up way too many hits. Lamar moneyline, dude, that's like minus 300 right now. Profit, you're taking him with a huge lead. The value's on Drake. It's not hitting, but the value's on Drake. Lamar money line is like that's like taking the Mavs money line tonight. We got Hayden Wisniewski for Chicago, second start of the season, but 10.1 innings so far, 0.87 ERA, 0.68 WHIP. You might not go deep into this, but we prefer the Chicago bullpen to the Brewers. We like where they're at. Wind's blowing in, so we don't have like as much crazy action happening as a result of this. Balls flying out, less variance. We lean on the strong pitching. Minus 124, that's excellent value for what should be like a minus 150 play. And one of the best ways we're finding value, best way we're stacking units is by getting good value on the plays. It's not just getting plays that win, it's getting the correct value on them. So when I send out these plays, I send them with the price, with the buck. Johnny got a good price. Way to go. That's one of them. Again, you want all these plays, you go to SoBet, you go to my profile, you click the link, top link, SoBet, get involved. That's a 1.24 units to win one. Orioles, Reds, under 4.5. This is play number 2. Lock in, keep those follows and likes coming. Orioles, Reds, under 4.5 total runs in the first 5 innings. We got this at minus 104. Very good value. Minus 104, so we're throwing 1.04 on it to win one. Okay, Hunter Green on Cincinnati. Very solid in his last 2 starts. Have been solid offenses in Texas and Philadelphia. 14 innings, 12 Ks, .78 whip. The Orioles really, really, really struggling against right-handed pitches, especially the last 2 weeks. 29th in average against righties, 30th in OBP against righties, 29th in OPS, 28th in win run. Cole Irvin is thrown for Baltimore. He's been pretty solid. The Reds hitting has pretty much just been Elly De La Cruz. Okay? That's it. Elly De La Cruz. Nice, but that's not a whole offense, okay? He's got a 1.24 whip. Cincy against the lefties in the last couple of weeks, 22nd in average, 21st in OPS, 20th in weighted run creation. Blue Jays, minus 0.5 run line in the first, minus 0.5. That's on the run line in the first 5 innings. Minus 140. Little bit of juice on this one. We got some solid nails. A little bit of juice. Okay. But it's Patrick Corbin. You know what we like to do to Patrick Corbin? We like to fade him. We like to fade him. We like to watch the bats go crazy, and we like to get cashed tickets. Okay. Double A said, take a breath. I'm not going to take a breath. It's Friday. The Fiends are popping. We need to get these dubs. All right. Kikuchi's been thrown for Toronto. I've been loving him since day one. We've been riding him since day one. I've been saying he's the guy to ride. Great value on him consistently. Easiest matchup offensively he's going to face all season. He's going to dominate them. That's why we like the first 5 in case his pitch count runs up. The bullpen does something crazy because you know those Blue Jays. All we got to do is get a run against Corbin. We're probably good. I see him shutting him down. King safety. Appreciate the follow. Giants or Phillies. If you're in a bad spot mentally and financially, don't talk to me about locks. Don't talk to me about hitting a huge play. Honestly, I wouldn't do any action today. Take a breath. Take a couple days off. If you're playing with me, whatever, do your thing. This is MLB. We try to win days, weeks, months. Long-term mentality. You're trying to hit a quick lick and get back. It's never going to work because you hit that quick one. You're like, oh, it's that easy. Then you're going to go even bigger on the next one. It's going to catch up to you and you're going to lose. That's what Vegas wants you to do. They want you to be reckless. They don't want you to have bankroll management. They want you to try to get quick money. I'm not doing that. And first of all, Brewers aren't even winning in this game. So definitely don't do that. I'm not going to be the one to influence your decision. You got your life on line, whatever. Just be reasonable, Wend. Don't do something stupid. Bankroll management. Make good decisions. Aaron Nola strikeouts. We like that one. That's decent. Think about Philadelphia today. Here's the thing. P. Reasonable says, John, here's the thing. Blue Jays play is Blue Jays minus 0.5 first 5 on the run line. Ethan, I love to get fired up. I love to talk about turning the 401k into an 802k. But when people tell me they're actually down bad and they're chasing it, that's not what we're here to do. Think about this. Vegas is trying. You look at the way the world is right now and the way the wealthy are taking advantage of everyone. You see what's happening just across the board. The only consistent thing is that the people at the top are pushing lies to try to take money from people like you and me. That is the only consistent thing. And it's the same with Vegas. It's the same with the sports book. Let's give celebrities, multi-millionaire celebrities, $50 million paychecks to go tell people the only way I can watch sports is if I'm betting on every single play. That's what they're doing. They're trying to make us fiends and addicts so you can be reckless. The only way to beat them is by managing your bankroll, finding value consistently. If you're just like, yeah, I'm just going to, oh, this looks good, bang, 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 bang. You don't understand how much value they're taking away from you and how unsustainable it is. And then more importantly, they're trying to make you addicts. So you hit big and you go, all right, I'm in for 100. That hit. Oh, let me go for 200. That hit. Shit. Let me go big again. 200. Then you're like, oh, I'm on fire. Let me give $1,000 on this one. All right. Well, you lost $1,000. You went 4-1 and you lost money. And now you're like, but I'm 4-1. Let me just run 1,000 back. You miss again. Now you're 4-2 and you're down $1,100. But if you work 200 on every single play or any number, $20, now you're up 2 units. You're 4-2. You deserve to be up 2 units or 1.8 units or whatever it is. But this is what most people do. They get hot and they just do a huge bet and they miss one of the huge bets and then it's all gone. I know so many people, so many friends. You win most of your plays. I tell most of your plays, you're losing money because of that. You don't know how to manage your bankroll. You take your whole bankroll, whatever that number is. Let's call it an even $1,000. Okay. You take that 2% of your bankroll as a unit. Every play, I shared these. We got 1.4, 1.2, 1.1 units on these plays. And then we got the other preps as well. You're putting around 6 to 8, maybe even 10 units across 5, 6, 7 plays in a given day. At the end of the week, you update your unit size. Your bankroll turned from 1,000 to 1,100. Now your unit is $22. It dropped from 1,000 to 900. Now your unit is 18. That doesn't sound as fun as and exciting and everything. is just putting everything on one play. And I get you want to do it. You're on a trip with the boys, whatever. You're having like one fun big play, get everyone excited. Sure, whatever. But if you're trying to do this long term and you're trying to win money, that's how you do it. Manage your bankroll, be consistent, find the right value, use the correct tools to find value, run it up long term. Told him not to slam 500 on Sixers money line live. Exactly, especially with the live. First five run line minus 0.5. So you just you go to first five, you're going to see money line, you're going to see run line. The run line is minus 0.5. So what it means is, Johnny, spitting facts should be fun, should be fun. And again, we did 6% in MLB last season. 6% in 6 months is great. That's like twice the stock market. That's amazing. You're trying to double up, and people telling you they made insane amounts of money or they're doubled or tripled or quadrupled. They're lying to you. They're lying to you so that you'll pay for their picks and then you'll lose your money quickly. But since they're charging you $150 for a week, you'll immediately lose it. We'll get the SoBet slate in a second. The reason I charge $10 a month for the plays is one, so every single person can get access to it, because $10 is crazy cheap. And two, because I know you're going to subscribe again next month because we win. Well, I appreciate the follow. Exactly, Alex, spitting absolute facts. So that's how it goes down. Getting tax effect to your ROI. I don't factor that into the ROI, but obviously you're going to be taxed on profit. But you know, it's like the stock market. You wouldn't be taxed on capital. You wouldn't uh, factor capital gains into the ROI. Brewers Cubs. I like the Cubs money line in that spot. Um, yeah, Joe, exactly. You go to the profile, click the link, top one, SoBet. Appreciate it, Chris. Yeah. Go to the profile, click the link. It's got all my links, the top one, SoBet, super easy, and you got all the plays up. I'm gonna read those plays one more time for people that missed the SoBet site today. But again, I send these out every single day. So for everyone who wants a tail, get them. The total for the day is the Orioles first five under 4.5. That game. Melly, appreciate the follow. Yankees is okay today. Castillo, appreciate the follow. It's Cubs money line minus 120. Orioles Reds under 4.5. First five minus 104. Blue Jays minus 0.5 on the run line for the first five. Everyone on the Cubs, they're not. The line has actually been shifted to make them more appetizing. We're in on the Cubs here, but the pitching matchup massively favors the Cubs. That's why. So again, more. If there's anything you can take away, seriously, I'm so serious when I say it. Yes, find the right games, get the right picks. Absolutely. Sneed, let's go. No, there's three. It's the Cubs, it's the Orioles, Reds under, and it's the Blue Jays first five minus 0.5. They're all to win 1 unit, so that's 1.2 to win one. It's find the right games, get the right picks, have a good win percentage, but don't worry about win percentage. Don't even worry about win percentage against a spread or how many units up. Worry about ROI. The only way to track a capper success rate is ROI. That's the only thing. The only way to successfully win in the long term is to find the best value possible using tools like OddsJam, to line shop, to find positive EV plays, to find arbitrage opportunities. To manage your bankroll, again, 50 units, 2% of your bankroll at any moment is 1 unit. Your max play ever is 5 units, and that rarely happens. MLB, that basically never happens. Track your progress. You have to know what you're doing. And don't get carried away. Show discipline. One of the reasons I preach bankroll management is because it also shows you, can you actually stick to it? Because you appreciate you sharing the live. Can you actually stick to it? It's a good way to find out. If you can only stick to it for 2, 3, 4 days, it's a good way to find out, oh shit, I actually can't manage my bankroll. I'm not built like that. I'm a little too much of an addict. I gotta chill on this, or I gotta ban myself, or I gotta like only bet when I'm with my friends watching a game, or whatever. Put some restrictions on yourself, because otherwise you're just gonna dump cash. Wes, appreciate the follow. And then the other thing I'll say is everyone who's talking Trump 24, that's facts. That is a very good point. The promotions can be trappy. Again, if you're using OddsJam, they show you how to use the promotions for the best value. That's another great tool on them. Orioles, Cubs. I don't like the O's in this spot. Yeah, exactly. So that's how it always goes. Baby, we got Cubs money line. That's what I'm saying, Raymond. If you want to throw a parlay down for like the Kentucky Derby or the Super Bowl or the March Madness, sure, $10, whatever. I'm saying day to day, grinding it out. That's the only way you win. And when someone is telling you two things about listening to me or anyone else who gives out plays online, listen to their analysis. If the analysis makes sense and you like it, you agree, tell the play. If it doesn't make sense, you disagree, fade it. If you don't know what they're talking about, probably just stay away. If you need to factor in some level of discretion yourself. And if someone's just bragging about how much money they made, not their success, just how much money they made, they're flexing in front of a Lambo, they're on a jet ski. You know who I'm talking about. Talking about we made so much money, and they sound stupid, by the way. They're lying. They're scamming. The majority, if they're not, if they're talking about anything other than the analysis and strategy, they're scamming. Because again, if I say yes, exactly, sports. If I say get all my plays for 150 bucks a week, we made 15 grand last week. First of all, if I made 15 grand, why would that mean you make 15 grand? Yeah, we do a prop slate every single day. That's exactly what I'm hinting at. I said, if I made 15 grand, how do I know you made 15 grand? What if I'm betting 15 grand to play and you're betting 15 bucks? Okay. Uh, yeah, one unit is 2% of your bankroll. Props for the Cubs game, not really. Just give me the Cubs money line. If they're flexing, and if someone said, "Hey, I made 40K last month," they wouldn't need to come on here and say, "Get my plays." I do $50 units, sometimes $100 units. So when we go up 100 units in the course of an MLB season, I'm making several $1,000s. It's not life changing money. And I like doing this because I can share my plays with everyone. I can get paid for the work that I'm putting in. It's a reasonable price that everyone can get involved. Always cat dad. And that's how you reasonably make money on it because again, people are going to resubscribe the next month because they like the plays I'm giving out. If you say 150 bucks for a week, they're going to sign up, get disappointed, leave the next week because it turns out you're scamming. Um, but I understand why people do it. There's just a ton of people. There's a ton of people that are on SoBet looking for something every single or on TikTok every day looking for something. So I understand how it goes. You can just trick a new batch of people and you can block the comments from the people that know you're scamming. Abraham, appreciate the follow. Yeah, that's a classic scam. Straight up. Top three picks. Not all money line. We like Cubs money line. We like Jays first five minus -0.5. Mr. Ohio Brandon, appreciate the follows. Keep running those follows up. Um, love it, Matt. Keep riding with me. Stick to the unit size and let's win a month for you. Gunner get a hit today. I don't like hitting props. There's just not much value in it. There's too many variables. Any sharps that are fake? No, I mean, if the analysis is valid, then you're like, yeah, I can trust this guy. The analysis is valid. You see them winning picks. Then, yeah, you trust them because of that. That's really what it comes down to. Do they have a good ROI? Is the analysis making sense? Do they sound good when they're talking? Because the other thing is, you look at the analysis, does it make sense? I don't think Brewers win because I think the pitching matchup massively favors the Cubs, and I think the Cubs are a better hitting team, too. Um, we can talk about A's in a second. Just fade Trent and Tampede. Thanks. Joe Pro, appreciate the follow. Talkman or Hap is a better chance of getting hit. No strong lean there. Maybe Talkman, but again, no strong lean. Yeah. Mayor, St. Louis, Cubs are tired. I mean, whatever. That doesn't mean too much. It's baseball. You grind it out every day. Pirates say no, staying away from that game. I don't hate the play. I just stand away. We'll talk about A's here in a second. Two trash teams. Sears on the mound against Weathers. Just off of that, immediately, I definitely like. I definitely like the A's. The Miami's history against him. We got one guy 1 for 2, Bell's 1 for 3, and Anderson's 1 for 4. So no real history, but yeah. Um, invest in stocks only a little bit because I was at an investment bank for the last 7 years, and since I worked in an investment bank, I couldn't do any moves. I had to get clearance through compliance for like 90-day waiting period for everything I did. So you couldn't like make moves. A few pros to follow. Deepak, uh, Jimmy Ghost picks Jimmy. TP3 is strong. What up, bro is strong. When if you made 100K as a sports capper in your Discord, why are you down bad? Um, what do I get approval for? Just for making any moves trading. Just because when you work in an investment bank, that's just the law. Compliance determines that you need to get clearance for everything because theoretically you could have access to insider info. So I don't work in an investment bank. I guess technically I do for a couple more months, but yeah. There's a prop section as well, Ethan. Those will come up. Yeah, Kiki, exactly. So I haven't done anything, but now that I'm getting out, I'll be able to do that. Yeah, that's smart profit, honestly. That's smart. Long term, that's gonna hit. I think the trend has been getting in October and cutting out in March. I think that's value. Yeah, Trent's fun, but here's the thing: Trent's always posting parlays and everything. Whatever you say, when he's always posting parlays and like he misses, he misses, he misses. He's had some legendary bricks. I'm not gonna lie, but Nash, what up? Uh, Of course he's missing. He's always doing long shots. And he makes more content about the misses and everything. But yeah, people were talking A's. Let me just find a value on that real quick. Let me see. Let me pull this game up on Odds Jam. Marlins, A's. Yeah, you're getting them at minus 138. It's not amazing value, but I do think it hits. I don't mind it. 10K the other day. I did see that. Uh, yeah, every single day, often. I post every single day. But there will be a rare day off if it's like random stuff. There's like no games or anything. But throughout MLB, it'll be every single day. So yeah, if you want the plays, you go to the profile, click the link. Top link is going to be SoBet. You get all my action every single day. So definitely, yeah, definitely go ahead, follow me there. You'll see the thermometer, the red thermometer next to my name. That's because we're heating up, baby. Joe Ross under 2.5 earned runs. I don't know about it, Kiki. Under in the Rays game. We can look at that. We can look at that. Thoughts on Mets money line? What happened in the Mets game yesterday? I had kind of a crazy day yesterday, so I didn't really keep up much. But I want to see what happened in the Mets game yesterday. 7-6. Oh, that's right. They won in extras. Uh, yeah, that's interesting. We'll look at the Mets matchup and we'll look at it. Is it Mets Rays? So people want to look at Mets and the under in that game. Quintana against Cheval. I do like Cheval. Am I saying that name right? Matchup history. Tampa Bay has a few guys that are like 2 for 4, 1 for 2. Everyone's got good numbers through a very small sample size against Quintana. Cheval against the Mets, barely any history. We got an 0 for 2, a 1 for 3, a 1 for 2, and 0 for 5. I like Cheval over Quintana. I don't really love the under in the spot just because I could see the Rays. The Rays don't hit well. It's just so all over the place because the Rays don't hit well, but I think there's a good opportunity for them to hit well. Quintana hasn't thrown well against a few Rays he's faced. He's kind of like, I don't really know what to think about him at this point. He's kind of been performing differently than I expect. Is he going to return to it? Ray, too many injuries. Yeah, Rays are they're not good. They have been good since like halfway through last season, honestly. Cleveland first 5 is decent. But yeah. So I don't really like an over under in this spot. It's at 8 at minus 115's best value. Yeah, we're looking at tomorrow's game there, sorry. 8.5 minus 125. You get 8 for minus 110. Yeah, I don't really have a strong lean. I would say Tampa Bay on the money line would be if I had to make a play, but I don't love it. Do we bet 10 units a day? So, Sojo, we bet a specific amount of units every single day. Ethan, funded sports better. That's another thing. If you want to check that out, that's in my links if you want to do it. Basically, how it works is this. Uh, they're a fund that funds sports bettors. So you pay like $150 to take a challenge. You put all your picks in. This isn't actual money. You can do the same, but you put all your picks in their system. They track all your picks, your units, etc. There's limitations on the types of plays you can do. You can't do live, so there's some limitations on it. But they basically have like what looks like a book, a sports book on there. You lock in all your plays. They track your progress, your success, etc. And if you pass the challenge, which would be 60% win rate over a 15 play period of time. Doesn't matter how long it is, just 15 plays. So you can really only do like your favorite plays on there if you want to do it. Happy Friday, Sam. And then you pass it, you go to level 2, same thing, you pass that again. Then they fund you, depending on the challenge you did, 5K, 50K, 100K, even 300K. Now that money, you are not liable at all. It's very difficult to pass the challenge, but if you do, they fund you a 300K number, up to 300K, 5K, 10, 50, 100K, right? So now you take that and you again use the system. You're locking in plays for them. It's not your money. It's not even real track. But you're going to. I'll talk to you in a second, Yanni. But if you at any point in your success rate during that period of time, this is called the funded sports trader. So at any point you could be like, all right, we're up 10K, 15K, 20K, 30K, whatever. They have a limit on like how large your unit can be, but it's pretty big. I think it's up to 5% of that bankroll. Then you can say, we're done. We withdraw the money. They give you 70% of the profit you made, and they keep 30%. So let's say you pass the challenge. Okay. And again, this is in my profile if you want to do it. It's called Become a Funded Sports Writer, is what it says. If you pass the challenge, which is 2 15 pick periods, level 1 and level 2, they fund you. you're playing with their money and you keep 70% of the profit. If you tank, you drop down like 50% of the bankroll, you're done. You don't owe them anything. They're just like, all right, you're done, you suck, you're out. But if you succeed at any point, you can be like, I want to keep going, I want to keep building, 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 or you can be like, hey, we're up 20K, I'm gonna pull out my 14K. Yeah, 150 is like an entry fee for the challenge. Yeah. Because they're telling those plays, and if you suck, they're going to lose on those plays. No, it's totally real. It's literally how it works. I've done it. So yeah, so the majority of the money they're getting, it's like this. Most people give them 150 bucks and fail the test, so they take the 150 bucks. Some people do get it. They give them huge bankrolls. Not the first time, Ethan, but I'm gonna run it back. I got to level 2. No, not 15-0. You got to go like 9-6. Um, but Yeah, exactly, man. You go in there, and again, there's no time limit on it. You can take as long as you want. I did it real quick. Kiki, what's up? Um, 18 out of 30, exactly. Yeah, 9 out of 15 twice, basically. Um, so then at any point you can be like, hey, great run, I'm pulling out. I think the biggest payout they did, someone was up like I think it was 32K, and he pulled his 70% out, so it was like a 22K profit. He's in for 150 bucks. He pulled 22K profit, so it can be a huge win. But most people, they're giving him 100, they're paying 150 bucks, losing. Um, let's go, Manny. Let's go. No, I love it. Go get it. Yeah, and then the other people that made it, they get funded, and the sports trader, right? They're putting in those plays themselves. So when they pay out your 70% profit, they kept 30% because they're putting in all those plays themselves. You got to go. It's about 9 for 15. That's how it works. Yeah, yeah. No, it's a good. If you have like a small record, and you're trying to do it. Is it true not bet anything over minus 150? Very rarely. You got to go about not like 9 for 15. It's weighted, so it's more of an ROI thing. You can look at it, but yeah, if you start losing after you pass the challenge, there's a threshold where you lose too much and they cut you off. I think it's like 40% of your bankroll. I'd have to look it again, but the information's all there, the exact stats of it. But once you hit a certain threshold, they call it a drawdown. So you've gotten rid of like 40% of the bankroll. Then they're like, all right, you're done. Legal in all states? Yeah, because you're not even placing anything yourself. Mike Meyer, appreciate the follow. You're basically putting it in their system and instructing them to take the plays. So Joe, that's smart. Yeah, whoever wants my plays every single day, you go to the profile, click the top link, and grab sub. If you want to do the thing I was just talking about, which is called becoming a funded sports trader, it's just going to my profile. It's called the Funded Sports Trader. Again, that's in my links as well. So go to the profile, hit the link, scroll down, you'll see become a funded sports trader. And that shows you all the information, where to sign up, what the rules are exactly. It's all in there. But what I told you was the basics of it, but all the details will be in there. What's up, Brant? How you doing? Um, yeah, exactly, Ethan. It's a tough challenge. It's a tough challenge. I haven't done it during MLB season, which is silly of me. I should run it back soon. I'm doing so much content for other stuff that I don't want to do it. Like track all of that and post all of it right now. But yeah, it's fire. It's one of the more interesting things because all the affiliates I work for, like OddsJam, for instance, I'll work with OddsJam. Um, Orioles Nerfy don't love. We like the under first five in the Orioles game. Nerfy's okay, but yeah. What do you mean? How long they've been in business? A couple of years. It's pretty new. Just because the sports betting industry has just become massive in the last 2.5 years, obviously. Um, but I'll work with different affiliates and whatnot. Most of them are like tools. Like OddsJam is a great tool. Action Network is a great tool. They're not an affiliate of mine, but I use them. Pickett, great tracking. Besides Nerfy, we like Cubs money line. If you want a Nerfy, you could look at the Guardians game. Um, I don't really love that. You can look at the Red Sox game. I don't have any Nerfies up today, so you're telling me like a small lean. Like I really don't love Giants Phillies is okay, but yeah, Cubs money line, yeah. Bobby strikeouts is decent. Yeah, all the props are going to go up as well. Yeah, it's Go Snow Vision. Yeah, we had a great live today. All the props are about to drop on SoBet as well. Got you. Appreciate the follow. Research my bets. So I use OddsJam to find just the best lines, closing line value. Um, Sorry, whenever I go over an hour, TikTok pauses me for a second. But I use OddsJam, which is also in my links. I use OddsJam to research closing line value, find the best lines, shop positive EV, etc. I use MLB.com, Fangraphs, MLB Reference to find stats. I use Action Network to see like where the money is on either side of the game, if it's a fade the public situation or a line shift or things like that. And then I talk with my buddy who also caps the full slate every single day, and we see, are we on the same page about these? If we're on the same page, these are going to be the plays that go up on SoBet. If we're differing, we'll talk about it, probably just scratch it. Because we want to, if I say I like Cubs money line, he comes in Cubs money line. When we do our research separately, it's like, all right, we're doing Cubs money line. We came to the same conclusions, et cetera, et cetera. So we vet a lot of plays. Very few of those plays are actually making the cut. And that's the best way to go about it. If you're just like, I kind of like Brewers, I kind of like Giants, I kind of like Toronto, sure, whatever, just pick a few plays, whatever. You can do fine. CSM, appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna keep running up. Nice winning week last week, nice winning week the week before. We're winning this week, 3 winners in a row. Yeah, user 1-8. You're the second person in this live alone to say that. Hawk over 5.5Ks, that's okay. But yeah, that's basically how I go about researching the plays. And then, but I'm looking for plays that look good on paper, look good based on my eye test, makes sense to me, and then the value looks good when I go on OddsJam, and the money looks good when I go on Network. Doesn't matter as much for MLB as much as NBA, NFL, and then also makes sense with my buddy that I'm talking to. So Joe, the units are listed next to every single play. So if you look at my SoBet today, and I'll read these plays again for you guys, just because I'm a nice guy. But if you look at it, it says Cubs money line -124 parentheses FD FanDuel 1.24 units. Hiram, I appreciate you. So that shows the unit size that I'm suggesting for this game, which is an implication of the confidence level. Now MLB, there are mostly 1 units, sometimes 2. Appreciate the gift, Stanley. Uh, but yeah, so it's not like at a certain amount every single day. It's just per play I assign a certain amount. Favorite sport to bet for profit, it's MLB. For enjoyability of watching, it's going to be NFL. We don't like Brewers. Yeah, the Hawk over 5.5Ks is going to be pretty strong. That's probably gonna be one of the props that we put up today. Georgie, what up? No tennis slack for me. Give it to me. So yeah, anyone else have any other questions about some of those? Anyone else have any other questions about some of those tools that I have in the profile? Because all those, I know it's a lot to sort through, and I've got like my communities. I got SoBet, which is where all the plays go up, and then I've got like OddsJam, where you can see where you can use to assess value. All that stuff. Use my code PD to get the discount. Assess value, find arbitrage opportunities, positive EV plays, etc. Um, I've got the funded sports trade, which I was just talking about. Might ride Jay's first 5. No, Bryce, you're good. Let's get it. Let's have a sweat. Yeah, drop that tennis play for us. Adding to the player prep site. Hauk is going to be on there. I'll say that. Just drop that tennis play on Twitter. Joe, I love to hear it. I love to hear it. We're going to keep running it up. We've been having a great month on SoBet. We've been having, I mean, back to April. Great MLB season. Last 2.5 weeks been dialed in because we swept the first day of MLB, but we had a bad first week, and then we've just been taking vengeance on Vegas ever since then. The thing I shared, the props are the VIP. The thing I shared earlier that I was reading off, and I'll read it one more time for you guys. Those are the main plays. So it's Cubs money line, it's Orioles Reds first 5 under 4.5, and it's Blue Jays -0.5 in the first 5. Cubs, Reds, Giants, Mariners money line 15-1. That's a lot of legs, but I do like Cubs. Reds is okay. Giants I don't like in this spot against the Phillies. I would like to know your thinking there. And then Mariners I didn't really look at today, to be honest. Excuse me. Soto over 1.5 total bases. Cubs now -120. Yeah. I think it peaked at -118, so it's probably worth taking out. Obviously, only like 30 minutes till game time anyway. Royals money line Bobby Witt over 3.5 home runs. Bro, if you took the, I'm sure that line isn't even available, but that's got to be 100K to 1. No, it's got to be better. What was that? Was the last time it happened? What's his face? Josh Hamilton. The last play I said was Blue Jays -0.5 for the first 5. Josh Hamilton, that was right. Why'd I question myself? Never doubt yourself, Petey. Come on. Money line first five and -0.5 the same odds though. No, of course not. Because money line, if it were tied, the bet would push. -0.5, you need to win by one. Cubs have day game after travel day yesterday. I hear you, Huddy, but yes, Alex, best fiend forever. Brother, top two money line. Give me Blue Jays first five and give me Cubs. Yeah, I think he fell off. I think he relapsed after all that. Because remember, he tossed a ball to a fan. This is a sad, sad story. But he tossed a home run ball to a fan at the A Stadium with the big upper deck. And the fan, it was short, and the fan reached over to try to get it, and he fell off and fell on the warning track, ended up dying. And then Hamilton like took it really hard and relapsed. I think he came back and played after that and was okay for a little bit. But yeah, yeah, crazy. Royals or Rangers? All right, we'll look at one more game before I hop off. But if everyone wants the plays every single day, they're not the same odds. That just there's no way they would be. I mean, if they are, that's an error or something. No real nerfies today. You could do it in the Red Sox game, but no real nerfies. Still, we appreciate the foul. But again, if everyone wants the plays every single day, go to the profile, click the link. Top one's going to be SoBet. You get all my action sent to you every single day. Now, in the Rangers game, I don't have a strong lean. Lorenzen, pretty nice. I do like Singer. I would lean under if anything in the game, but the Rangers bats are starting to come alive lately. They're starting to do better. So yeah, I mean, let's go, JT. Let's run it up today. Um, but yeah, I kind of lean Royals, but I'd stay away from that game because the Rangers are coming on. All right, voice is starting to get sore for an hour 15 of yapping. Appreciate all you. Get involved. Get on the SoBet if you want the action every single day. Check out the links in general. We talked about the Funded Sports Trader opportunity for people who want to do that. We talked about the tools I use, etc. We might go live to sweat something out later, Castillo. But go ahead and follow me here. Got you, user. Go ahead and follow me here if you want. If you just want to be on the lives, get the free plays every single day. And then follow the SoBet to have the full slate sent to you every single day. I'll talk to you soon. Love all you, except for the ones I hate. Cheers.